Hey, Ralph, here's the thing. You're sucking up a lot of wages on a job that I could be doing for free, like a real restaurant owner. So I think we're going to have to make some staffing changes. Good morning, everyone. Dave from the Wee Hours here, back with some more Chef Restaurant Tycoon, and things have changed a little bit in Dave's Diner here. We've added a new section for our waiter Conan to deal with, and it's already hopping. People are busting down the door to get into Dave's Diner, and our chefs over here, including me, little punk rock diner here, are waiting patiently for Conan to finally take the orders so we can make some food in this place. You'll notice that things are a teensy bit different in Dave's Diner, apart from the new section that we've added here for... Wow, Conan just got flat sat. I am so sorry, dude. So sorry. Try and keep up, Conan. You're an all-star. You know that. I've done some decorating around here. We've prettied up the walls a little bit and added some color to the kitchen and whatnot, just to make it look a little bit nicer. And then down the road, I'll add some decorations to the walls when I have a little bit more money to deal with that. Because the number one thing that our guests were not so happy about was our ambiance, our decoration. So if we go to the reviews of people who have actually been in this restaurant, we have all of 4. Amber here says it's nothing I will remember. Well, thanks, Amber. But basically, everyone's pretty good. We've gotten 3-star reviews across the board. What's killing us is our ambiance. They do not like our ambiance. Not so good at all. And our prices are outstanding. Yeah, there's a reason for that. Now, let me just say right off the bat, when I did the first video of this, it was 100% blind. I had no idea what I was doing in this game. And looking back on it, and thanks to my comment section, we're giving the food away. We are 100% giving the food away. We're selling it at costs. I didn't adjust the prices at all when we set up our menu. Let's go to our menu real quick. So here's our menu. Nice selection of appetizers, main courses, some salads and soups and whatnot. And these little prices down here, the $1.24 for roasted onions in cheese sauce, that's our food cost. So that's what it costs us to make that meal. So I'm selling it at cost. We are giving away the food in a very real and literal sense. So we got to go through and adjust all of these prices. We actually need people to be paying for all of this. Otherwise, we're going to go under very quick. We only have $787 left right now. So in any decent restaurant, your food cost should be about a third of the price of the dish. So if you sell it for $3, it should have cost you in food costs, not anything else, just the cost of the food should have been about $1. So we're selling the roasted onions at $1.24. The roasted onions in cheese sauce, which sounds delicious and is also a vegetarian option on our dish. And just as a side note, down here, our menu is right now vegetarian friendly. So that's going to be plus 29% vegetarian customers coming in the door because we have a vegetarian friendly menu. I'm sure they're probably looking it up online or something. However, lower class families and blue collar families, they're not so keen on the vegetarian option. So we're going to have less lower class and blue collar customers coming in, which is unfortunate because those are actually pretty decent customers. So we may fidget with the menu, see if we can get some more meat dishes. Meat and potatoes seems to be what the lower class and the blue collar folks like. Anyway, back to food costs. It is costing us $1.24 to make the roasted onions in cheese sauce base food costs, not the actual wages or anything like that, but it costs us, the roasted onions and the cheese costs us $1.24. So we need to basically be selling that at what, $3.75, somewhere around there, to make that profitable. So let's start bumping that up. $2.24, no, $3.24. That's pretty good. How about if we just went $4.24 on that? That's a little over. It might be a little expensive for people, but I think they'll learn to suck it up and live with it because it's roasted onions and cheese sauce. How can you not love that? Let me go through and adjust all the other prices. 89 cents for the pasta. Oh, Lord, I was selling it at 89 cents. Let me actually charge money for the things on our menu, and then we'll come back. Okay, that's a little more like it for right now. I've bumped up all the costs on all of the menu items to more accurately reflect that our food cost should be about a third of the final price. Some things, the grilled steak in particular, I left that a little bit low. I want to see if that may entice some more blue collar and low collar Low collar, high collar? Anyway, the blue collar and lower class families, thank you. Blue collar and lower class, I've kept the steak a little bit lower, not obscenely low, but kind of a incentive for people to come in and get the steak because it's a little cheaper than it actually should be. Not completely cheaper, I mean, we're still making money on it, but I want to see if that can kind of get some of the lower class and blue collar folks in the door, seeing as they're not super happy about all the vegetarian options that we have. So, menu prices being set, we might actually make some money here, and that brings us to thing number 2 we have to deal with, which is Ralph. Ralph, you're awesome with the knife. You are slicing the heck out of that carrot, Ralph, but here's the thing. I am, in fact, a chef. It's the name of the game, and I did not realize when I started playing this that I would be on site doing my own chefing, doing my own cooking, running the restaurant hands-on, as, in fact, any restaurant owner would be. Oh, Conan, you are an all-star. Look at you, Conan. I added 3 tables to your section, and you are slamming them out. Look at these guys. These guys don't seem super happy over here. I think they've been waiting a long time for food. I think Conan took a little bit longer than he really needed to. He's not a high-skill waiter, but gosh darn it, he's going to be when I'm done with him. So these guys are looking a little unhappy. I think they've been waiting a while, and Conan took a little bit too long to take their order, but he's nailing this other section. Anyway, back to Ralph. Hey, Ralph, here's the thing. You're sucking up a lot of wages on a job that I could be doing for free, like a real restaurant owner. So I think we're going to have to make some staffing changes. Yeah, Ralph's sucking up a lot of money. $200 in daily wages. And what's odd is, again, and let's just all be clear here, Chef is early access. There's some little finicky things that probably need to get dealt with. So he's costing me 200 euros here, but over here I can hire someone in dollars. It's a very fluid economy. It's a very global economy in Chef. But you're costing me 200 euros a day, and I don't need that. I can handle the cooking duties. So unfortunately, Ralph, the restaurant industry is very cutthroat, and costs are at a premium. All right, it's very hard to make a profit in a restaurant, so I'm sorry, Ralph, you're going to have to go. Well, I'm going to have to work twice as hard now slicing up that carrot, and I'm already on the prep station over here. I'm throwing knives around. I'm doing all sorts of fun things here, but I think I've got it covered. I think I've got this covered. I think I can handle 6 tables in here, especially with Conan's help. Conan is just a machine. Okay, you're coming over, and these people are all looking a little unhappy, too. I wonder if we need another waiter. It's not you, Conan. You're an amazing, amazing waiter, and I have great plans for you in the future of this restaurant, but I did just double your section, and these folks over here are looking a little frowny-faced, like they've been waiting for you to get over to their table. Customers are so finicky. I mean, there's one guy here. Oh, yeah. There's some frowny faces coming up there. Oh, and you're frowny face, too. Oh, dear. Okay. Conan, are you getting in the weeds here? Are you in the weeds, Conan? Are you getting a little weeded out here? Because I'm waiting to cook things, and I think you're taking... Okay, they're happy. That's great. You're taking time touching tables, which is great. Oh, they're out. They're out. Okay. Well, we'll see what they did and see what their overall status was in a second. Conan, just make sure you're getting these orders over here, please. All right. Speaking of me, I have skills, and I should be leveling up those skills. That's another thing I didn't find in my first little run with this. So let's look at me and see what my skills are. Now, I've messed around with the skill tree in my off time. As usual, I've kind of been doing a little parallel game on my own time because I'm a bit of a serial re-roller. As soon as I start a game, I want to start it all over again. But let's get a little bit... Oh, I have new reviews. Okay, we'll come back to that in a second. I really want to see those reviews, actually. I think Conan's in the weeds. But we have our little skill tree here based on different types of food. So we got carbs and meat and seafood and vegetables and desserts. Okay, good. And it seems that I've already learned basic pasta and sauteed rice. So I've learned how to do those. I don't fully understand the skill tree yet, except in the sense that I see I can add points to it. So I could learn al dente cooking, and I have apparently 10 points. It seems I rolled into the game with 10 skill points to distribute along these things. And meat, again, I can only unlock some of the things in the bottom tier here. I would assume, just basic gaming logic, that I would need to unlock everything in the first row before I can get to the second row, and that unlocking all of these things, given that we have a whole recipe editor to do and we can build our own food, which we're going to do in a little bit, is going to unlock different things that I can cook. That's my basic guess on how the skill tree is going to work. So speaking of meat, actually, I would like some more meat dishes on the menu. So I now know grilled meat and meat stew. Those are things that I already know how to do. But what can I unlock? I could do browning control. All right. So that will be +1 meat recipes quality. And then I can keep going down that. I can keep different tiers of that, level 2 and level 3, which will just be better and better. Timing study. Okay, so that's going to decrease the time that it takes me to cook meat. That would be pretty handy because the meats take a long time to cook. That's a good skill. We'll definitely look at taking that. Expert cut. Okay, it'll take me less time to prep a meat recipe. Again, just decreasing the time it takes to put the dish in the window. And I have no idea how to pronounce that. Maillard? Maillard? Is it French? I don't know. Learning about, well, these reactions is key to unlock the full flavor of the meat. Okay, cooking experts in the comments section. What is Maillard? Because I don't know. Apparently it's some sort of reaction. And this will give me various pluses to the quality of various meat dishes. Okay, cool. Well, I wanted the things where we're going to decrease the time. So that's quality. That's good. And we do want high quality. But right now, let's focus on getting the food in the window quickly. I'm going to take two points. I got 10 points. I don't have a shortage of points. I'm going to take 2 points each in timings and expert cut. And this is another quality one. Let's get some other stuff going on, like what's in vegetables? We do know quite a bit about vegetables already. We know sautéing them and making a salad. That's not a high skill. And we can grill them. All right, what else could we do to vegetables? Gifts from the land, +1 vegetable recipes quality. Okay, so similar things to meat. This will probably be, not so much. Gifts from the trees, +1 fruits recipe quality. And gifts from the pods, legumes. Okay. So all quality on all fruits and veggies. You know what? Now that I'm saying this out loud, we already have a bunch of vegetarians coming in the door. Do we need to make more of them? Not really. I don't have this planned. This is a diner. This is not a vegetarian place. How about carbs? What could we do there? We know pasta and we know rice. What could we do? Al dente. Quality. Okay. Tactical choice. Okay, so that's going to decrease our time on cooking. Good skill. Yep. And strategical preparation, having all ingredients at disposal can really help when making a sauce. So these two are timings. Great. I'm going to take a point in each of those, and I'm going to take 2 points. Let's get this food out the door. And how about desserts? We only know two. Well, we have 2 desserts on the menu. We know a few more. We know how to make pie, and we know how to make cookies. Wow, that's actually my real life household right there. That's pretty much our limitation. Pie and cookies. That's what we can bang out. However, preparation pipeline. A wise preparation can lead to a smoother service. All right. So -5% on all of those prep times. Yes. Let's take some points in that. Let's get some, you know what? This is a diner. Let's get some really good desserts going on here. Sweetness balancing. Okay. Quality there. Excellent. And flavor dousing. This will reduce our final cost. Now this is a handy skill. This is where we're going to see profit. Good. So that is -4% at level 1 on all of those dessert final costs. And then up and up. How many points do I have left? 8? Oh, yeah. I'm going to... You know what? I didn't actually take those points, did I? No. Got to lock those in. Okay. One more time. Okay, so after locking my original choices back in, didn't see that I had to lock it in every time I went to a different screen. Hey, it's my first time playing it, and it's early access, and I'm not familiar with the game. I'm sure the comments section was already screaming at me. Lionel, I'm looking in your direction. I got 2 points left. Let's take the cost one. Let's take 2 on the costs. That will bring my final cost down to 5% on my desserts. Let's lock that in. Okay, good. Good. Back to the restaurant. And let's go ahead and look at those reviews as Conan's kind of touching tables here. No, he's prepping a bill for these folks. These guys are getting out the door. Everyone else has food, which is great. Good. So things are kind of balancing back to normal here. Conan is out of the weeds and he's dealing with stuff. And these guys want their bill. Okay, let's look at our new reviews. So how did we do? We're still at 3 stars. Everyone is rating us average. Average, average, average everywhere. A little more care, nothing I will remember, and apparently lots of people had dinner with friends. Okay, and it's still our ambiance that's killing us. I don't really want to put a lot of money into decorations, but I did notice, and I didn't actually see this when I did the first video, but if we go to decorations, for instance, and go to, where are the wall hangings? That's over, not here, not here. Here we go. Okay, so I said to myself, oh dear, 3 random paintings. That's not very good for decoration, is what I said in my little, mental aside there, internal monologue. And then I thought, no. I found out there's actually tons of paintings. It's just I had to click on them, and there's a bunch of different paintings that I can apply down below. And I can even adjust the frame color to a degree. So let's get some paintings going on here. This nice lady can live here. And how about somebody else? How about you? You live... by the other window. There we go. And how about, you? What can we do? Oh, there's a picture of a guy. Well, it's not going to center perfectly. Well, then I'm not doing it. But you can live over by the kitchen. Cool. All right. Now, that was a ton of money. Let's not do that again in a hurry. But hopefully that's a little better ambiance now that we have some classic paintings up. Oh, dear, they're very unhappy. Is it the paintings? I'm very sorry I put those up in a hurry. Okay, the last guest just left, and Conan's cleaning his section here. Good job, Conan. A bright future for you at this restaurant. And I'm kind of dancing in the back here because I don't have anything else to cook. So I'm doing a little dance. And I should be dancing. It's our first day with our restaurant. Our first day was a reasonable success. We possibly gave away all the food in the first half of the day, but we've corrected that. And now we go into super speed to get through to the next day. So there is a day-night cycle to a degree. At least we have a brand new day to deal with. And, there's already people coming in. Oh, holy moly. Oh, yeah. Conan's already all over this. And thank you for that very quick night cycle, too. I've played more than a few games where the night cycle, you have to kind of sit around and wait for the next day, but that just blazed right through. Okay. Brand new day at Dave's Diner. And our food costs have been adjusted, or rather our menu prices have been adjusted to reflect our food costs. The next thing we want to do is make our own dish. So the whole point of Chef is that you can create your own food and add things to your menu that you've created yourself. Let's actually go and make something delicious. Okay, delicious may be a relative term because I'm not a very good cook and I don't really know what things pair well with others, but we're going to make something and we're going to put it on the menu and we're going to see if people want to eat it. So welcome to the recipe editor. Using this editor, you'll be able to create your own unique recipes by combining your skills and the ingredients you've unlocked. So indeed, in the little skill tree there, as we unlock more skills, I'm sure we're going to be able to unlock more food that we can make. We probably just have some very basic foods that we can make right now based on our skills. Okay, to start the process, you need to select a template, which will be the foundation of your recipe. All right, so start with a basic idea, really. Different templates can be used in different sections of the menu. Remember that every category of customers will have different tastes. Yeah, no kidding. We got a lot of vegetarians coming in the door. To create a good recipe, you will have to focus on 2 things: taste balancing and aroma matchings. All right, so we need it to taste good and smell good. That is basically what I want from food. Yeah, nailed it. Balancing the taste of a recipe is not easy. Some tastes balance each other, while others reinforce one another. Oh dear, this is getting complicated. Use their icons, a little bit of early access language there. Use me on their icons. Okay, to learn more about them, or just play a little with the editor to find things out by yourself. I'll probably do the second one, game. I'll probably do the second one. Oh, when you're saying use me, that actually might not be garbled language. That actually might be you're a tutorial, and you could tell me things, because ain't nobody tuning into the wee hours for competent gameplay. Lionel, I'm looking in your direction. Play a little with the editor to find things out by yourself. Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm just going to throw things together and see what happens, as any good cook will. You can create aroma matchings in a recipe by combining two ingredients that have a match. Okay. You can click on an ingredient to check its matches. Light green is decent. Dark green is good. Light blue is terrific. All right, so we're looking for things that match with light blue, ideally. Each missed match will confer a slight penalty to the recipe evaluation. Okay. All right, so get things to match, basically. Your skill, here we go, will have a deep influence on this editor, allowing you to work with more templates, reduce costs, improve the evaluation, and reduce the overall cooking time. Yes, that's kind of what I got from the skill tree as well. So what do we actually have unlocked? Looks like we got some pasta, some rice, all the things we basically figured out in the skill editor. We can grill things. We've got a stew that we can do. Salads. Let's stay away from salads. Let's see if we can get a meat dish on the menu. Desserts. Okay, good. Let's get a meat dish on the menu. That would be a good place to start. So I'm going to choose that, grilled meat, as my first template. Okay, now what do? We have to enter a recipe name. Okay, okay, we're going to call this mostly meat, because that's my goal for this recipe. It's going to be mostly meat. That's what I want to see happening here. Kind of shave down the amount of vegetarians coming in here. Let's go ahead and start this recipe and see what we can add to this, and see if we want to put this on the menu. Okay, so we've got our meat up there. Now, we have to choose a meat. So if we go over to meats here, what else we got? Carbs and seafood, and was that dairy? Okay, what's a dairy? Well, dairy, hint was in the title. Butter, cow cheese, egg, milk, and Parmesan. No goat's cheese? Oh, I love goat's cheese. Maybe I can unlock goat's cheese later. What is this one? Oh, herbs. Okay. Or spices, really. Herbs and spices, I guess. Basil. Black pepper, mint. Got some couple of fruits that we've unlocked. Apple and banana. Nothing in what I assume is nuts. That looks like nuts. Legumes, we don't have anything yet. Oh, we have quite a lot of sweets. Are they actually? These are more. Oh, water. Okay, that would be sensible. People like to have water in things. Honey, flour. So these are sort of like base ingredients, except ketchup. That's weird. Oh, hang on. What was vegans and vegetarians and other? Okay, so this little thing will tell me what might appeal to other people. And what is this one? I'm very sorry. I'm getting very sidetracked here. Let's focus on meat. Are we just going to go with something basic like beef? You know what? Let's try and keep this one simple. Let's just see if we can get something on the menu that people will in fact eat. All right, we've got beef as our base. Great. What else could we possibly put in there? Where was the one that was sort of the, weird ingredients, sort of different base ingredients? So if I click on this, okay. So ketchup is going to pair reasonably well with beef, as is sugar. Interesting. Okay. And chocolate can't be light blue. Although that's the aromatics, though. I wonder if beef and chocolate together smell really good. I might have to try that in my own time. I probably will. Let's keep this dish simple. How about veggies? Give me veggies. Onions will do well. Okay, we'll add some onions. And we get other things to unlock. And that just boosted up the relative recipe rating, the overall rating of this recipe compared to the current restaurant level. Okay, taste 25. And what have we got here? It's reasonably sweet, it's reasonably sour, and it's a little bit fatty. And it's going to cost us $1.51 to make this right now. And we have the tools to do it. We have the prep area, and we have the grill. Wow, we even have a calorie count on this. Holy moly, 429 calories for that. That's pretty good. I'd eat that. It's mostly pretty much all protein. That's good. And it's going to take us 12 minutes and 19 seconds to make it. Good. All right. So flavor is 6. Skills are 6. What happens if I bump this up? Interesting. Okay. So that's just telling me what the flavors are, which is beef and onions. All right, what if I click on skills? It takes no skill to make this. Actually, probably doesn't. So long as you don't overdo the beef, you're fine. How about some other things we could add? Potato. You know what? I wanted just a basic meat and potato dish anyway. That bumps up the relative recipe rating, also bumps up the sweetness of it. Okay. And $1.60 to make. All right, but it's bumping up the time as well. What else could we throw in here? Okay, I've put together what I think is a very, very simple dish here. So we've got a base of beef. I've thrown it all on a bed of pasta, and we have some various little veggies in here, and breadcrumbs. I'm not 100% sure where the breadcrumbs are going to go. I feel they should be coated on the beef. I've mostly put them in there because I just love breadcrumbs, and everything should be coated in breadcrumbs, in my opinion. So we've got some beef coated in breadcrumbs, fresh pasta to sit it all on. I think we're going to roll out the door with that. Mostly meat is going to make it onto the menu. And only after I saved the mostly meat recipe did I realize I was doing that under appetizers. I was creating that as an appetizer, not as a main course, and I saw in the recipe editor how I should have done that properly. But there it is. We'll correct it with the next recipe that we fidget around with. We don't want to actually correct mostly meat because basically I've created a steak and I've said that's an appetizer, and I think that's the greatest restaurant in the world. So yes, a grilled steak is now an app in my restaurant, in Dave's Diner. Mostly meat is an appetizer. Now, $2.27 on food costs for that. We're going to want to make that somewhere in the $7 range. That's kind of a pricey app, but you know what? It's a grilled steak. It's a grilled steak, and I'm telling you, that is your starter course. $7.27 for mostly meat. And then after you've had your mostly meat appetizer, you could have a grilled steak. If you feel like throwing in a salad, that's fine. It's our only vegan option. But go from mostly meat in the app section to grilled steak, and then finish it off with some cookies. That'll be nice. Now, let's see if anyone actually orders this. Well, the place is hopping. Conan has a full section here. I do kind of want to see how he copes with this on a fresh day. So I kind of threw the other tables down in the middle of the day. I want to see how he can do with a completely full section, 6 tables. Is this about his limit without sending people away unhappy? And if so, do we need to start thinking about another waiter of some sort? He seems to be coping okay right now, although those people have little frowny faces. I wonder if it's the food time. It might be the food time. Because I know I fired Ralph, and that is going to increase the amount of time it takes me to cook all these things. But I just don't feel we needed Ralph. I think Ralph was superfluous to the whole experience here at Dave's Diner. So I'm just kind of idly chit-chatting and going through the day and seeing how Conan and I are doing running the place by ourselves. Everything seems to be going broadly okay. I'm cooking up oh, yeah, the second I said that, people were unhappy. Okay, the second I said, yeah, and there's some more frowny faces. These guys want their bill. Ooh. Is it the mostly meat appetizer? It's weighing you down, isn't it? I can tell. Did you want to maybe order mostly meat and then order a steak? Because that's the kind of restaurant I dream of. Oh, you're unhappy. You know what? It's a restaurant. Ain't nobody happy in here. Customers are fidgety little things. You're out. Okay. With those, hang on. Slow it down, Conan. With all of those people out, let's see what they actually ordered while they were here. So I was kind of curious in the first episode if there's a way to tell what everybody ordered, and indeed there is. There absolutely is. So if we go over to our little chart here, we can see every single customer that's walked in the door and what they ordered. And you can clearly see the first day of Dave's Diner when the customers paid nothing at all for their food. Nothing at all. We gave the food away. They paid $0 for all of this. But once we kind of figured that out, then people started paying some money in here. Now, see, he only bought the butter pasta. That's terrible. I mean, we got our costs adjusted on that, or our prices rather, but see, that butter pasta is just, well, he is a cheapskate, and that shows. But that's not going to pay the rent at $2.89 for one order of butter pasta. Now, I don't know if they were actually at the same table, but Adam here got the tortilla as an appetizer and the butter pasta. I'm not loving the butter pasta. How many other people are getting the butter pasta? Butter pasta, butter pasta. Yeah, Hannah down here just ordered buttered pasta. Ironically, I've worked in a restaurant with a person named Hannah. Butter pasta again. Now, Javier here, roasted onions and the fried rice with prawns. Butter pasta and more butter pasta. I think we can do better than butter pasta. I think we can definitely do better than that. And I see in the later part of the day, we started getting some more blue-collar people coming in. And they're good customers, actually. They're very good customers. I'm seeing one grilled steak here. Sarah got the grilled steak. Nobody ordered mostly meat. I am a little disappointed about that, although not completely surprised. We need more appetizers. People are not ordering enough appetizers. I mean, we only have the 2 on the menu, and mostly meat now. So we have 3 appetizers, and nobody is ordering one of them. And I think we need to mess with butter pasta. We need a better pasta dish a pricier pasta dish on the menu that isn't just pasta in butter. I think we can do better than that at Dave's Diner, because everybody ordered it, but it's one of our lowest price items. Conversely, if everybody's ordering it, do we just bump up the price? I'm going to have a think about that. But we can see what everyone ordered, which is really, really handy. Okay, back to the restaurant, where Conan is just cleaning up after the last few guests are leaving. We've got 1 table left here. I'm just chilling out because I don't have a whole lot to be doing right now. Conan, if you could grab these other tables and clean those up, that'd be great if you could. Oh, hang on. Do we have a late... Oh, we have late guests. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, no, we'll take you. We'll take you. We'll absolutely take you. Okay, with all of that being done and getting a, slightly better hand on the intricacies of chef, which are not a small amount. This is a little more complex than I anticipated it being. But what have we accomplished? We've got Conan some extra sections, so hopefully the tips are coming in, man. We've added a dish to the menu that nobody is buying because it's a very, very heavy appetizer. Look, as much as I love meat, I don't think I'd order a steak as an app either. And we've adjusted, most importantly, our prices. So next time, I want to look at, are we actually making money? That's going to be the key. Are we actually making money, or do we just not have enough tables to be profitable, and do we need to adjust our prices more? And can we find an appetizer that we can put together that will actually, be tasty and people will want to buy it? Well, we'll cover all of that in the next time with Chef. If you've liked the video, do please leave a like below. It does cheer me up no end when people do that. And if you're new to the channel, maybe you're just checking out Chef and discovering the channel for the first time, consider hitting that subscribe button so you can see more of this ridiculous nonsense. But until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours, and we'll see you next time. Wow. You could have hepatitis or golfer's elbow. I feel we should be able to narrow it down a little better. I mean, I'm not saying I'm a doctor, but I'm saying I might be able to know the difference between golfer's elbow or hepatitis. First thing I'd ask is, do you play golf? Where are you going?